and music, reggae. Yeah.
No,
Long step.
no tension, no tension.
Long, yeah.
Will he become 3 times world champion?
I hope so. He want to do this. We want to do this.
Before Fury?
No, I think after.
After Fury?
Yeah, after Fury, yeah. We need one more fight before Fury, like prepare for Fury, because Fury is very dangerous boxer, a lot of skills, good intellect fighter. He must be ready for this. Not now.
2024-25, Anthony with Usyk training together. 2026-27, Anthony undisputed champion. Good idea. Usyk help, signed. AJ, G, you undisputed champion 2027.
Oleksandr Usyk is reportedly pushing Anthony Joshua to his limits, aiming to reshape him into a version of himself the world hasn't seen yet.
You like coconut? Yes, you like. We drink cold coconut with ice and music, reggae. Yeah.
No,
Long step.
no tension, no tension.
Long, yeah. Good coconut. Yeah. Delicious. Long step. Yes.
Recent sessions in Kiev and Spain show Joshua sharpening both technique and physicality, blending Usyk's discipline with his own power-based foundation as he gears up for potential mega fights later this year.
За ногу заходим. Good. One more.
Under Oleksandr Usyk's mentorship, Anthony Joshua is blending his raw power with sharper precision and footwork, working to become a smarter, more versatile fighter. Usyk sounds certain in his belief, calling Joshua the next undisputed force and saying a fight with Tyson Fury is where he can prove he has the potential to rise above every boxer in history.
2024-25, Anthony with Usyk training together. 2026-27, Anthony undisputed champion. Good idea. Usyk help, signed. AJ, G, you undisputed champion 2027. It's possible.
How is Anthony doing mentally and physically at the moment?
I think be better because physically good, mentality I think good because we speak every day. We're training 2 times. I know, Anthony, this is champion. Yes, Anthony now don't have belts, but for me it doesn't matter. AJ, it's possible.
As the world watches Joshua carry the weight of expectation, Usyk is moving with a single mission: shape him into the undisputed king by 2027. He says nothing will be left to chance, no shortcuts, no gaps, working relentlessly to make it real within the year.
You undisputed champion in 2027. I know mistake Anthony, but we work about this and we delete mistake in Anthony, delete mistake in mine. It's my partner, it's my brother, AJ, G.
Another name surging through the heavyweight conversation is Moses Itama, fresh off a standout win over Jermaine Franklin. Carl Froch weighed in on what could come next and made a bold claim. He believes Itama wouldn't just beat the current heavyweight leaders, he could obliterate them, including Anthony Joshua, who Froch says is already past his prime.
So Usyk aside, let's not just put him in a box, because he is the best of the best, in my opinion. He's the greatest, but he's at the end of his career. You've got Fabio Wardley, you've got Daniel Dubois. I think Moses beats both of them. Obviously, Daniel Dubois has got that punch that could catch him. Actually, as has Fabio Wardley. I just don't think they're good enough. When you look at Itama and his speed, and his footwork, his combination punching, the power, it's just very, very good. So I won't put him in with them two. I think he beats them both, Wardley and Dubois. And then you go across to somebody like, well, you got Parker as well within that sort of level. Beats Joseph Parker, for me, quite easy. Don't want to give Parker any sticks. He's had a great career and he's a great fighter. And then you've got Anthony Joshua. So if you're looking at the levels of opponents and where he could go, I just think he obliterates all of them. I think he beats all of them fights. I think he beats AJ.
With attention locked on a dream clash with Tyson Fury, Carl Froch argues that talk doesn't matter once the ring tells the truth. He says that even at 21, Moses Itama has the kind of power, speed, and punching ability that could drop Fury with unsettling ease. In Froch's view, that makes Itama a real threat to any heavyweight on the board.
AJ's not fought for ages. He's been done himself a couple of times. The only one left that you could mention there is Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's well past his best. Tyson Fury's coming back against Makhmudov, so we'll have a look at what he looks like on Netflix. But Moses Itama, Tyson Fury, who you got? I've got to say Moses Itama, young, fresh, fast, solid, can punch. Let's have a look what Tyson Fury's got. But this is how much I'm rating Itama at the minute. He's 21 years old. Let's just enjoy the journey, because I don't think he's going anywhere.
None of it is shaking Tyson Fury's confidence. He takes another hard shot at Joshua, insisting that no amount of work under Usyk will prepare him for what Fury brings in the ring. Fury does acknowledge Joshua's renewed focus in camp, but he doesn't soften the message. If they meet, he still believes he'll be the one in control.
Yeah, good to see the guy back in training camp. He's obviously had a bit of a tough time lately and all that. So I'll just give him space, and whatever he wants to do, he can do, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm not asking you to call him out, but do you have a feeling that he's back in training, serious about a fight? And if he's serious about a fight, he's probably going to want that mega fight with you.
Of course. Listen, if it's fight to be made, let's get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me get Makhmudov out of the way, and we're on like Donkey Kong.
So your message to him is, you know, if he wants it, he can have it.
Always been the same. Anyone can get it. Americans, Mexicans.
Even while acknowledging Usyk's impact at the top of the division, Fury stays firm that Joshua's corner changes won't tip the scales. He insists that guidance from a former rival won't change the result because he trusts his own skill set completely. Still, the possibility of familiar figures standing in opposite corners only adds another layer of suspense, building toward what could become one of boxing's most anticipated heavyweight showdowns.
It won't help him. It won't help him at all. I punched the head off Usyk and I punched the head off AJ as well. It's fit and sweet that he's training him. I hope he's in the corner as well.
I mean, because I was literally going to say, look, we love Rocky movies. Imagine that. You've got AJ, Usyk in his corner, beat one, call out the other. That's the stuff of drama.
I'll bring Lennox into my corner. Do it.
Well, obviously, you've been training yourself for this fight. Have you thought about bringing like, who's going to be in the corner on the night? Have you thought about bringing in someone?
You know, whoever's there on the night, whoever's around me, I've got a team, you know what I mean? And we're all close, everyone's close in my team, and, you know, everyone's good. It's been the same team for a long time, and everything's going really well, you know. I don't plan on changing anything.
Fury says he doesn't believe in targeting a fighter who's just coming back from personal tragedy. He claims his focus is on facing opponents at their peak. He adds that he's glad to see Joshua back, but warns that if they meet, he'll bring the same force he says he brought against Usyk. Meanwhile, Usyk, now working alongside Joshua, has spoken about building him into an undisputed champion. Fury dismisses that idea completely, insisting it won't come to fruition.
I had AJ on here a couple of months back, and he had said that he definitely wants to face you this year. He's back in the gym. Eddie Hearn says he is coming back. And I know he said something that irked you a bit, where something along the lines of, he doesn't consider you a real fighter. And I know you snapped out and said, how do you not consider me a real fighter? You're fighting Jake Paul.
I'm not going to say too much about Anthony Joshua because at this time in his life he has a lot going on with the tragedies and the deceased friends that he's had. So that's why I won't go into it with him. But yeah, it was the other people. I can go in on them, but I'm not going in on AJ at these times. Rule number one for me is I never kick a man when he's at his lowest point, ever. I leave him alone. I want to build them up and then kick them down when they're at their highest. It's like people said to me, oh, what do you think about the shit that Wilder keeps saying? I pray for Wilder, and I've got no hard feelings against him. He's got problems mentally, physically, and emotionally, and I'm not interested in going toe-to-toe with somebody who's in a bad place at the moment. I've been in a bad place many, many times, and it's not a nice thing to be, so I wish them boys all the best, and I hope they can get their careers back on track and move on into the future.
As new training footage keeps speculation alive, the debate only intensifies. Tony Bellew believes Joshua would have to open up offensively, and that could create the exact window where Fury gets caught clean. Bellew argues that raw skill doesn't decide fights by itself, styles do. He points to his own wins over David Haye as proof that the right matchup can flip expectations. And in Bellew's view, Joshua's aggressive moments could be the kind that genuinely trouble Fury.
I've always said it and I'll stick by it. I just think Anthony Joshua will be forced to let his hands go, and I think he'll knock out Tyson Fury. Do I think he's the better fighter? No, but not always the better fighter wins. I've been in fights myself where I've beat fighters who are better than me, a la David Haye.
Yeah, fair play. Good point, actually. Yeah, well, it's hard to being a bit harsh on yourself there.
I've beat him twice, but I just think he's a better fighter than me. His skill set's better than mine. He's stronger than me. He's quicker than me. It's just that styles make fights, and if you can make David miss, you're always going to make him pay. But I'm happy to go down. In history, he's going to go down as a far greater fighter than I ever would.
About that, but it's very humble of you to say that.
That's it for today. Stay tuned.